Hello, everybody. Pretty straightforward week this week. We will have baptism, but minus that, everything else is pretty much a run of the mill. So we'll start with the usual countdown. Lindsay, I will have you take that, and then we'll jump right into King of My Heart. So Lindsay, the way in which we're splitting up this song is just like the track. So really, you have everything. I'm just singing the bridge portions. But verse 1 will be Lindsay. We'll come in on that first chorus with her, staying in through verse 2, the repeat of verse 2, chorus, and then we'll be out on the first bridge, come in on the second one, and then be in from bridge 2 all the way until the end. So bridge 2, bridge 3, and then we'll do a chorus. That'll switch back to Lindsay taking the melody. I'll take that last bridge, and then we'll be done. Yeah, so that's it for King of My Heart. Pretty straightforward. We will then have a crossfade into Deliverer, playing this full song. I know it's a long song, but it's so good. I want to make sure we play the full thing. So, verse 1 will be Callie. We can come in on pre-chorus, but kind of really be at like maybe 25% volume. Verse 2 will be Callie. Same thing with the second pre-chorus, and then we can come in with our usual kind of dynamics on that first chorus. If I know one thing. Yeah, and then we'll take all of those repeats of the bridge. So Callie will take the never alone in the battle, he'll see us through. Yeah, and that's really just kind of how the bridge goes all the way until the end. And then from there, we can stay in during the post-chorus on the you made a way out of deserts and rivers. I think that's kind of it to talk about through that song. So nothing too crazy there. Yeah, and then from there, we'll jump into baptism. Actually, I'm going to change this right now in Playing Center as I'm thinking about it. Since we do have baptism, we're going to do King of My Heart and then baptism, and then we'll jump into Deliver. So out of King of My Heart, I'll ask everybody to be seated. We'll jump into baptism. Callie, if you don't mind asking everybody to stand, and then we'll get into Deliver, okay? So from Deliver, we'll then have a crossfade now into Hymn of Heaven. And so on this song, Miranda, we'll do what we did. I can't remember when this was, but the transition one of the that D, F sharp, G, B minor, A, how I long, instead of just starting on the like, there's nothing, to how I long. So I'll put in a transition, which will act like an intro there. But yeah, Hymn of Heaven, verse 1 I'll take, coming on the chorus, staying into verse 2, out on the first time through verse 3, we'll come in on the repeat, and then just be in until the end of the song. And then out of that, I'll pray for us. We will go down. Different message this week. Pastor Chris's aunt passed away, actually, and so he's going to be doing the funeral. He actually has 2 funerals this week. So anyways, he will not be preaching on Sunday. But no matter what, communion will be our time to come up. So when communion happens, that is our time to make our way back up on stage. Go into Jesus Paid It All. We're coming on the first chorus there with Jimmy. And then we will go out on verse 3. That'll just be Jimmy. And when before the throne. And then chorus 2, and then be out on the first bridge. And then we're coming down on the second one until the end of the song. Jimmy, just note, songs in 3/4. So it'll be like verse 2. I hear the Savior say, and then we'll be done. So that is it. Sorry. And then, Jimmy, let's go back into the chorus for offertory time, and then do the bridge 2 times through. I think that would be good. So I would start back on the, 'cause Jesus paid it all, and almost do it like the, He washed in white as snow. And don't praise the one who... And kind of let that be kind of open and airy, so to speak. But that is it for vocals. I will see you guys on Sunday as usual. Just let me know if you have any questions. Band, kind of straight through here. We do have a baptism this week. I actually just made the change of we'll do King of My Heart, break for baptism, and then into Deliver. But King of My Heart, straightforward, how we always play this song. Jump into baptism. Callie will ask everybody to stand, and we'll get right into Deliverer. So Deliverer, we're playing the full song. Everything's nice and big on that. And then we'll really make sure to hit where it's like, I'm trying to find it here. Okay, coming out of the bridge. He'll see us through if I know one thing. So kind of hitting that like pretty good stop at the end of that. That's really it to talk about on Deliver. If you listen to the track, you will be just fine. One thing I'm going to have us add for the transition, but also at the beginning of Hymn of Heaven, is actually that transition one. If you're looking at the chord chart, instead of just starting it, since those two songs are going to be back to back, I want to make sure there's somewhat of a true intro there. So really, Miranda, this affects you and me the most as far as playing. So Deliver ends, and then instead of it being verse 2, 3, 4, how long, it'll say transition or turn around, whatever. But turn around, 2, 3, 4, and that's the D, F sharp, G, B minor, in the A. How long, and then we're into it. So transition 1, I'm going to have that at the very beginning of Hymn of Heaven, and minus that, everything else will be straightforward, the way in which we typically do it. Bumper video message that won't actually be Pastor Chris because he's got a funeral to do. So just know that. And then no matter what, though, our transition to come back up is the fact that there is communion. And then we'll go into Jesus Paid It All, straightforward there. Don't forget that song is 3-4. So I will see you guys on Sunday. If you have any questions, let me know. But if not, see you then.